Have you ever looked at the world, at all the pain, the sickness, the conflict, the death, and just wondered, how did we get here? How did a world that was supposed to be perfect become so broken? To understand why Christmas even exists and why the cross was necessary, we have to go back to the very beginning. We have to go back to a garden, a tree, and a single choice that changed everything. You see, the story of humanity isn't just a collection of random tales. It is one single, unified story. It is the story of a kingdom that was lost, and a king who came to get it back. In the beginning, everything was perfect. The book of Genesis tells us that God created the world, and at the very crown of his creation, he placed humanity, Adam and Eve. They lived in a place called Eden, which literally means delight. Imagine a world with no sickness, no shame, no fear. And most importantly, there was no separation between God and people. They walked with God in the cool of the day. They were created to rule the earth, to reflect God's image, and to enjoy him forever. It was paradise. But there was a condition. For love to be real, it has to involve a choice. God didn't want robots. He wanted a relationship. So, in the middle of this perfect garden, there stood the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave one simple command: "You shall not eat of it, for in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die." It was a test of trust. Would they trust that God's way was best? We all know what happened next. The enemy, disguised as a serpent, planted a seed of doubt. He lied, and humanity listened. Adam and Eve began to question God's goodness. They believed the lie that God was holding out on them, that he was keeping something good from them. So, they took the fruit, and they ate. And in that one moment, everything changed. The lights went out. This wasn't just about eating a piece of fruit. It was an act of treason. It was humanity declaring independence from their Creator. It was us saying to God, "We don't want you to be our king. We want to be our own gods. We'll decide for ourselves what is right and what is wrong." The consequences were catastrophic. Sin entered the world, and like a single drop of poison in a glass of pure water, it infected everything. First, their relationship with themselves was broken. For the first time, they felt shame and hid. Second, their relationship with each other was broken. They immediately started blaming one another for their mistake. Third, their relationship with the world around them was broken. The very ground was cursed. But worst of all, their relationship with God was shattered. They were cut off from the source of all life. That is what spiritual death means. And because Adam was the representative for the entire human race, when he fell, we all fell with him. We are all born into a broken world, with a broken nature, separated from a holy God. For thousands of years, humanity tried to fix the problem. We tried religion. We tried creating laws. We tried making sacrifices. We built towers, we built empires, all in an attempt to get back to what was lost. But nothing could bridge the gap. The debt was too high. The stain of sin was too deep. We couldn't save ourselves. We needed a rescuer. We needed a new start. We needed a new Adam. This is why the birth of Jesus is the single most important event in all of human history. This is where the story pivots. The Apostle Paul, in the Bible, calls Jesus the second Adam. Just think about what that means. The first Adam was a created being. The second Adam is the Creator himself. The first Adam was tested in a beautiful, perfect garden and failed. The second Adam was tested in a brutal, desolate wilderness for 40 days, and he succeeded. The first Adam listened to the serpent's lie and brought death to everyone who came from him. The second Adam obeyed God's truth and brings life to everyone who believes in him. This is the incredible mystery of the gospel. God became a man. Why? Because only a human could pay the price for human sin, but only God was perfect enough to pay that price. The debt was infinite, so the payment had to be infinite. So, the infinite God became a finite man. He entered into the mess that Adam created. He wasn't born in a palace, he was born in a dirty stable. He lived the perfect life that Adam failed to live, and that you and I fail to live every single day. Every time Adam said no to God's will, Jesus said yes. Where Adam was prideful, Jesus was humble. Where Adam was disobedient, Jesus was obedient even to the point of death on a cross. When Jesus went to the cross, he was taking the full punishment that began all the way back in that garden. He took the shame, he took the curse, and he took the separation from God that we deserved. Remember when Jesus cried out from the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me?" In that moment, he was experiencing the ultimate consequence of Adam's sin, separation from the Father, so that you and I would never have to. Adam's choice brought a curse upon a tree. Jesus broke that curse on a tree. And then, 3 days later, Jesus did something nobody expected. He rose from the dead. The grave could not hold him, because sin and death had no claim on him. By rising again, he proved that the debt for our sin was paid in full. He proved that the power of death was broken. He proved that the kingdom was being restored. The rescue mission was a success. So, what does all of this mean for you, right here, right now? It means you don't have to live under the weight of your past anymore. It means you don't have to hide in the bushes like Adam and Eve, afraid and ashamed before God. Because of what Jesus did, the way back to God, the way to the tree of life, is open again. The first Adam gave you your sinful nature, your fear, and your mortality. But the second Adam, Jesus Christ, offers you a brand new nature, peace with God, and eternal life. But just like in the garden, there is still a choice to be made. God will not force you to love him. He stands at the door of your heart and knocks. He is asking you today, will you trust me? Will you let me be your king? Will you let me fix what is broken inside of you? Adam chose to turn away from God, and he lost paradise. Today, you have the chance to turn toward Jesus and find something even better than paradise. You can find God himself. If you are tired of carrying the brokenness of this world on your shoulders, if you are tired of trying to fix yourself and always coming up short, I want to invite you to just stop. Stop trying. Look to the manger. Look to the cross. Look to the empty tomb. The rescue mission is complete. The price is paid. The second Adam has won the victory. All you have to do is receive his gift. Thank you so much for watching. If this story has touched your heart, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. We'll see you next time.